Thokozani. Helele, 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 uzobona umkhubuzo phuma iyangena ingwenyamabala iyangena ingwenyamabala yena ingwenyamabala uzobona umkhubuzo phuma iyangena ingwenyamabala iyangena ingwenyamabala iyangena ingwenyamabala uzobona umkhubuzo phuma yelele Thokozani. My name is Gogo Kenosi, Intezwakalpota Nabadipoko. Ngizengenjabulo nothando. I wanted to shoot now episode 7 of Love Letters to Azania, A Road Path to a Rainbow Nation. I didn't know what it was, this Azania, Love Letters to Azania, A Road Path to a Rainbow Nation. And I have some clarity about what it is now, and hence I'm doing this video. And what I just want to do, before I go any further, with this video, the first component of this video, I want to really just summarize what I've been talking about when I talk about Ubongoma and spiritual healing, what spiritual healing is, and what Ubongoma is, and how it works, and therefore that's how it informs the Kenosi meditation, which I've been inviting you guys to come through with it. And then as a second part of this video, I really just, I'm like, let me just give empirical evidence as it happened with me, I just want to share with you a story of how a prayer that I made on Love Letters to Azania, Amesangoma, came alive, and it came alive with another creative idea that I was doing. And then really just with that, summarize how Ubongoma, or at least how this meditation system improves your creativity. Because ultimately, the fourth thing that I want you to get to is to be able to be in an open source creative space, right? So So the thing that I want to explain about the Kenosi meditation, a derivative of Ubungoma and a whole lot of other meditation systems that I have been practicing over a long time. Um, it's a system that works on two things simultaneously, right? It's a system of meditating two things simultaneously. A friend of mine called me recently, and she dreamt me, and there were two snakes in the box. So my Ndumba is two snakes. So I think that's what the dream meant, the two snakes. So it's a system of, when we say the system of raising the two snakes, right? So if you look at an emblem for hospital or a medical institution, right? There's always a pole, and then the two snakes around that pole, right? And then the two snakes meet at the top of the pole. So you guys are quite familiar with that sign, right? The one snake that is going up represents it represents inner healing, right? It represents inner healing. That's what, with the inner healing, we focus on the meditation for the mind. That's why we say the meditation for the mind. And when we talk about the mind, we're talking about the inner intelligence of the body, the entire inner intelligence of the body, including the brain, because that's like the head of the intelligence within the system, right? And then the other component of it is healing the physical body, right? Healing this body. So now these two snakes that you see going up and into the thing. They come together and they coil together for the third snake. The third snake, that's when you say it's a healing human being. When you are the snake, right? You are the snake, the third snake that these two snakes need to integrate into. So the Kenosi meditation is the meditation of integrating, healing the mind and healing the body simultaneously, right? And in that in integration creates what we call the third snake. You become the snake, i.e. you become a self-healing machine. Remember when there's a video that I'm gonna put up where I'm talking about healing, snake healing. What does snake healing really, what does it really mean when we talk about the snake and healing, right? It simply comes from the mere fact that a snake is an animal that's able to heal itself. So when we say you become the snake, is that now your system is able to generate its own healing and to heal itself. And whenever there are disturbances in the system, you will start picking them up very easily and be able to solve them, and always bring your system to a place of balance, a place of happiness, and a place of connectivity, right? And this system does three, or at least there's four components to the system. The one is for you to become the meditation, right? So the meditation is the practice, is us doing the drum. We're going to do breathing meditation, and then with the breathing meditation, we're going to add a second component, which with the mantra, where I give you the mantra, and then you can now start using a mantra to meditate. And then the third component is when you now start using introducing the drums. So and at some point we'll do like all three simultaneously, right? So that's how the meditation really helps. The one that we say is the meditation of the mind, the meditation of the inner intelligence, right? And then the other thing is the meditation of the body. Now, this one is where I will teach you self-cleansing techniques, right? From the things, the food, how you eat, how you chew, all of those things that are designed to help your system to always be lighter, right? Because the body, when it's clogged up, whether it's from food or things that we take in, and stress and all of those things, it becomes virally loaded, right? So that's why we get sick and a whole lot of, and a whole host of things. So now I'm going to teach you a way that you can now start cleansing your own body. The one that I know, I mean, the ones that I know from Ubungoma are things that I've been practicing also as a child. So it's stuff that I know it's safe for you to practice. And that's going to be the Kenosi meditation. And that's what it actually entails in the bigger scheme of things. I don't want to waste your time I'm explaining it, because meditation is on the internet. So I'm sure you can Google. So essentially for me, that's what I wanted to talk about, the meditation. Now those four components that are said are part of this meditation. Now, these are the ones the four things that I know experientially that you will be able to get from the meditation. The first one is to become the meditation, right? Is to become the one that meditates. So the meditation obviously is to now start treating it's training your body to go to a space of silence, a space of love, and a space of inner peace, a space of inner peace, right? Now you become the meditation. Remember, you meditate for your mind to find peace, to find happiness, and to find love. So now when you have when now the mind is peaceful, who's peaceful? You are peaceful, right? So when we see you're peaceful, you're a peaceful guy, because you are now the very thing that you were seeking, the peace, the love, and the happiness that you want, right? So that's the first component of why we practice meditation. I'm going to teach you the techniques and the technology, and you are going to practice on your own. You are going to practice on your own, and develop that in over time, right? And I will guide and help, and I will do some videos for people along the way. I'm here for that, right? And then the second thing is self-healing, right? Self-healing is now when your body starts healing itself, when your mind starts settling, starts healing and whatever, it starts now showing you things that could, your triggers, right? Your life triggers, things that trigger you. And it's because obviously those are things that where your body memory is still stuck, right? That's where we say you have your post-traumatic stress syndrome, post-traumas, and past traumas and all of those things, right? So now these things, when you start meditating, start coming up, but they don't come up like in a bad way. When you meditate, like things are gonna come out anyway in life, right? It's for us to face ourselves so that we can heal. So now, when you're coming from a practice of meditation, those things that are come up now are opportunities for you to heal. That's when life, I say that's when life gives you opportunity to rewire the past, right? That's when you are now becoming the healer in your own life, right? You are healing the relationships that were broken. You are healing the past relationships with your children, with your, now the most other important thing, obviously, you are also healing the relationship that you have with your lineage and your ancestry. So that one also happens automatically, because as you meditate, they heal. Your ancestry and your lineage heals, and now they start coming forth in your dreams and showing you things, some nice things or whatever. Well, I get shown nice things. I don't know about people. Some other people see technologies, but yeah, look, I see pretty things. So that's how you start healing. You start the self-healing. And obviously now the self-healing is that obviously now the meditation, you start generating, initiating your own healing, and also like little tricks on how you can work with your mind and how you can improve your techniques even when you're in the office and in stressful situations and stuff like that, right? So that's the second thing. And then the third thing is connectivity, right? The last video that I mentioned, I talked about the tower, right? So that tower that I was talking about is the one that I call the meditation, right? Because you are literally raising the two snakes so that your body and the mind can always work in perfect unison, right? So you remember, in the body there's the brain and then the spinal cord and the physical body. So now this one is the one that is connected to the outside world, right? This one is the one that's connected to the outside world. Now, in the body constitution, right? And I know in the Bible it uses Adam, Eve, and the snake. That kind of story, right? Adam is the brain. Adam is the brain. Eve is the body, and obviously the snake we know is the spinal cord, right? So the meditation is to connect all that three inside so that you connect with this, but also to increase your connectivity with the outside world, right? The reason why we have so much conflict with others, there's so much conflict with everyone, and we're not connecting, is because the internal system is clogged up, right? So as you meditate and you heal, the body starts relaxing. The body comes back to being grounded in security, and it feels happy all the time. So when the body is happy and it has good chemicals that are running through it, you start connecting better. That's when other people, start connecting to time. Like you can see things that are going to happen in the future and the past and all of those things, right? And then the fourth thing, that's when your creativity improves, right? Now, when your creativity improves, however it improves in a lot of people. I'm one of the person that has been doing the meditation. She's a DJ, and she's enjoying now performing. Her creativity is improved, and for me, that one, it's not something that I like to use as something that is a promise, because I don't know, creativity avatar, it's fun, right? So I just, with that one, the creativity starts flowing very easily. It starts flowing very easily, because in my 20s, I mean, I worked in the creative industries. um I always struggled to have to birth ideas and then bring them to life, and it's always been such a struggle. And that's why I ended up, I will drink and use all kinds of things to inspire myself. But now with the meditation, I've managed for my creativity to literally just flow, and I feel like I'm always in a constant creation with nature. Now, this is the story that I wanted to share with you. This is like something that actually happened. When I said, just to show you how creativity works, right? So when I was creating love letters to Azania, episode 2. With episode 2, I was drumming and I was meditating, and with episode 2, I created it, or I curated it, to tell the story of my journey when I was Kolefehlong, right? So literally, when I was meditating there, in my mind I was going through my journey Kolefehlong in music, right? It was like a musical. Yes, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. So it was the musical, right? So I decided to, like, with myself, with Gupu, do a musical that turned out to be a prayer. That turned out to be a prayer, and that was not my intention, but I guess the universe wanted it to be a prayer and answer some prayers, right? So in that musical, there was a point when I was playing, Esayibonga impande yasekhaya, Esayibonga impande yasekhaya, Sabonga impande yasekhaya, Esayibonga impande yasekhaya, Esayibonga impande yasekhaya, Esayibonga impande yasekhaya. So the time when I was singing that song, right at the end of singing that song, something absolutely beautiful. So when I was singing Mpande Yasekhaya, right, to now, like Mpande to before you become a gobela, before like utwasisa, utanzu lobole, like you have to lobola, right? So now it's just really just being grateful for Mpande Yasekhaya, for utwasisa, whatever. Unbeknown to me that the universe was actually lobolaring on my behalf. Now, as I'm singing this song here, when I was shooting the video, right? Oh, there was these cows that came and they stood right there, and I was like, oh my God. I mean, the symbolism of it was absolutely beautiful, because it was like, oh yeah, I was being grateful. I was being grateful to everyone that has been on my journey, and I was sending them beautiful love and gratitude. And these cows came, and I felt like the universe was telling me, was telling me that, yay, boo boo. The universe is telling me that, yay, your gratitude is been well received, right? And then now, this is the kicker of it. The kicker of it is that before Nyotwasa, I created a TV series, right? I created a TV series. I wrote it down, and it was supposed to be a mental institution, like a rehab center, right? So in this TV series, the main character was Usipho, obviously, like, from my name, Mpo, and then Umalerato, right? And then there were other characters there, there were other characters there, there were other characters there. And Usipho was a meditation guy, right? He was a meditator, and like, he's me basically. I gave Sipho me, like, a whole part of my life, right? And then there was Malarata, but Malarata was a psychologist, because I wanted to mix um Eastern and African system of healing with what I call the Western healing, because I think if those two can work together, I think we'll actually create a perfect health system. I think that's one of the challenges with the health system, is because we are relying solely on one system, and that's why it does not seem to supply the needs of the majority. So that's why I think anyway, so yeah, in the system I was creating in the series I was creating that, and then there were other characters um in that TV series. So anyway, boom, boom, boom. I finished with the episode 6. Now, episode 6 for me was my act of love to Azania, because you must remember that in life we hurt others, right? In life, as much as we work um on our healing and strengthening ourselves and whatever, there is others that we've hurt, and there's others that other toes we've stumbled on and whatever. So for me, I when I did episode 6, the intention for me obviously was to have a meditation video that people can use at home, but most importantly was, if this meditation can heal me, to heal my old wounds, I hope that I can use it for somebody who I've wronged, to say to them, please use this and meditate and heal yourself, right? So it was a gift to everyone to say, you know what, I keep patala skolot, or whoever I owe that I've wronged and I've healed. This is my skolot. That's why I created it on YouTube, so that everyone can have access to it, and anyone, all and sundry. And that happens. I created episode 6, and then I moved to Pretoria. And then I get to Pretoria. I get to my Gobela's place, a Petreni, right? And then lo and behold, the characters that I had written for an idea of a TV series, were the new Matwasanis that were at Makwabella's place, right? There were new Matwasanis that were at Makwabella's place, or at least 4 of them were. Four of those Matwasanis. There was an Mpo, right? Mpo like me, and Malerato, right? And then Mpo came Gogo Kenosi, and then Malerato became Gogo Zulu. And then there was another character. There was another character in the series, and this character was a musician, DJ type of musician or whatever. And then there was Tepiso, who became Gogo Kenosi. And then there was Gogo Tulilenyonga, because there was another character in the series, which was like your corporate kind of strong woman, and then boom boom, there was Gogo Tulilenyonga. And then in the series, a very strong component of the series was Umama Kasipo, right? Sipo's mom was working with Sipo there and whatever. And then Umama Kasipo was like as a superstar. And then especially there was Ugogo Nolo Babalo. Like I was stunned. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God, this is not happening. You want to tell me that something that was in my mind that I put down on paper, it became alive. And most importantly, I loved how it came alive, because when you know there's something left behind, it's koloto that you still have to pay. And then it's like God took my idea and turned it into a payment, yaskoloto, to my Gobela. I was like, there is something much greater, much grander than us that lives inside of us. And when we get to a space of solitude, and we get to a space of happiness, and we get to a space of healing, to be happy, to be in love, to be in peace, our wildest ideas and our wildest dreams come alive, because we connect to a universe much grander than us. We connect to ancestors that lived beyond the time we know. We connect to even the ones that we live with. For me, there was a moment of of absolute gratitude, and a moment when I said, the meditation works. And it was my way of saying thank you to my Gobela for teaching me a system that I can use for eternity, for as long as I'm alive. I'm able to meditate and I'm able to cleanse and therefore live in a perpetual state of happiness. And for me, that's what I want, the gift that I want to share with you, the viewers and the world at large, anyone that's interested. I want to share with people and teach them the art and science of happiness, because I think understanding and applying this art and science of happiness as a gift from my ancestors, and from an institution of Ubungoma that welcomed me as I am, and gave me tools on how to stay as I am and happy and healthy all the time. It's a gift from them to you too. Tokozane, 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 takalani, takalani, takalani. And I hope and I pray that the joy, the love, and the peace that you are seeking may come to you as you are where you are. Namaste.